Oh, good morning, everyone. And I'm just looking at Marcy, and I've got bottle envy because I've got these bottles here, and I love them. Been using them for several years. But tell us a little bit about the new bottle, real quick, Marcy.
This is the exciting, amazing new bottle. And I love, 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 love it. And the other day when Rick was on the phone, I had just gotten it and discovered that when you're going to do it, if you don't put too much pressure on, you can do drop, 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 right? But if you really squeeze it hard, it will shut off because it doesn't want the drops to run out. It's a smart bottle. Don't you love smart things? So I decided that was great. But we were just doing, do you ever pass the bottle? Right. So Chip and I are doing the bottle back and forth, and my dog took her bottle from me right out of the gate. This is her old bottle. Whoops, that's not her old bottle. I have her bottle covered up so you can't see anything, but this is the size comparison, right? Half of the other bottle. But anyway, when I put this, I went to give her from the new bottle. She got so excited. She was doing her somersault. She was excited to take it. She took the whole bottle away from me and put it in her bed. I love it. That's a dedicated dog.
Good
It's
instinct.
also a dedicated Avini distributor.
Absolutely. Well, let's kick
So
this off.
here's the new trick.
I'll,
North, south, east, west, you can do it all day long. Okay.
cool.
That way you can't put too much pressure on.
I love it.
I love it too.
My all-time very favorite product.
Me too.
Well, anyway, hey, it's really wonderful to be all working together, old friends. And I'm thinking, how old? And let's see, our youngest son, he's 26 years old, and Valerie was pregnant with him when you and I and Chip, you, Valerie and I were in Tahiti together, having a great time. And so that's 27 years ago. And I think, well, how did we get to Tahiti? And all of us on this call have something wonderful in common. We all got to work together. And I look back in those early adventurous times, and we were with a company that had already done billions in Japan, and we got to be a part in helping them become a billion-dollar North American company. And in visiting with Larry Prophet, one of the things I thought that was just really interesting was this plan, and it was called the 21 Club. And in Japan, you actually had to successfully complete a 21 Club before you could even sign up as a distributor. That was so much into the culture. When they brought that here, I suspect that had a big part in you winning the trip to Tahiti.
Yes.
Maybe you might be the 21 Club queen. And all of us on the call, I just thought it just seems like synchronicity that Toni was calling about this, and just thinking, wow, something borrowed, something blue. This isn't blue, but you know, it's a proven idea, and I think one of the big things is I remember 21 Clubs were it was encumbered by a lot of paraphernalia. You had to actually physically go there and demo and do a pretty elaborate demonstration and everything. It was great. It was a kind of the bedrock of that company. But my goodness, bring up Zoom, telephones, things like that, and not having to carry a bunch of stuff all around. And you could actually do several 21 Clubs at the same time. And I think even with the efficiency, accomplish more. But the whole idea basically is to focus on activity, productive activity, and concentrating that into just a tight space of time that's real clearly defined. And so maybe just go ahead and let's all talk about that. So I've kind of introduced it. You guys take over.
Well, we're all excited about it. We actually did a test program in January where I did what I called a mentoring program. I thought it was bad enough I stole the idea. I wasn't going to steal the name. So, but I did a mentoring program, and I asked the people, 2 people from each of my 3 legs to participate. So it was balanced through the group. What wound up happening is we did several successful 21 clubs. And what we've called this program is Avini ABC 21 Challenge. The challenge is to get 21 people involved as a C in an ABC presentation. And A is the person who already knows, who's maybe a successful leader, maybe what they've done has been the A before. So it's great to have a person who already knows how to present, do the presentation, and connect with the C through B. So the C is the client, customer, or friend. The B is the person who brings them together. The B is the busy bee who's making the connection. They introduce A to C, and then they be quiet. Because their job is to be sure that there is a connection, and it's very difficult for A to connect to C if B keeps saying, tell them about. Well, yeah, but what about that, right? Don't we all want to do that? Of course we do. We're human. So guess what a mute button's for? Because what you want more than anything in the world is for your A and your C to become friends. When that happens, trust happens. We're not doing this as a all business approach. No, we're doing it so that we're presenting the company, the opportunity, and the products and the opportunity. So just like most of our presentations show, we do introduce the company first, give them some trust. Let them know who Rick is. Let them know who Neil is. Bring them to your doorstep. Why did you decide to come here? So A is going to do that. A is already involved. A is very excited. A is presenting for you. And then we do a presentation about the products. Now, A might come back to B in that presentation, or may at any time in the presentation invite B back to the conversation for a brief addition to the conversation. Please remember, that's them acknowledging you. Give the call back to them because they're going to close for you. And the hardest thing for any B to ever do is close. People have trouble closing. So go to a professional who closes all day long. Let your A be your best tool in your toolbox. So having expressed that and explained a little bit about an ABC, this Avini ABC 21 challenge, you don't have to go massage somebody. You don't have to ask for an hour of their time in person. What we get to do is do these presentations one of 3 ways. You can present just like we're talking right now, eye to eye. That's a Zoom presentation. You can present belly to belly. If you and your A happen to be in the same place, you're lucky. That's wonderful. Go let them win your C to your team. That's marvelous. There's nothing more equitable. You can count the equity by joining with someone who's already successful, right? Plan on success, you'll have it. So then the other way you can do it is by a phone call. So you're going to do a 3-way call. I don't call any of my 3 ways, I call them ABCs. The reason is because when you tell somebody, would you please be on an ABC call with me? Maybe they never heard of it before. So instead of scaring them to death, they've said yes before they realize they're doing a 3-way call. What you've asked them is to meet one of your friends. What you've asked them is to talk to somebody who knows more about the product than you do. You're inviting. Your job is to invite, introduce and invite. So you're going to tell them, you're not trying to sneak something past them. You're going to invite them to do something. You're going to invite them to hear the presentation. You want to practice. You need people to practice on. Great. Would they participate? So I'm going to let the other girls talk for a minute, and then discuss how they see 21s. And then we're going to go over the actual rules of engagement. Okay. So I know, Robben, you've done 21 clubs for years. Do you want to jump in here next and talk about the value of the 21 or the ABC, the ABC challenge?
Absolutely. And I want to thank Toni for being motivated to kind of push us all into getting this going too. And Marcy, thank you so much. It actually just, since Wednesday night when you announced it, I got excited. It motivated me and my whole team. We've got several, I'm sure Toni too, that we've got a lot of people already just saying, I want to do it. I want to do it. And what it did for me, you know, being leaders, a lot of times we're on calls with our other family members, our team members, and we're helping them make connections with their new people. And sometimes I fall down on staying up with my own new people and doing my follow-ups. And so this has really focused me, and I've kind of been floundering just a little bit the last couple of weeks. Everyone has so much going on in their lives. We all have people to care for. We all have things we have to do, but Avini is very important to us. And so you got to work it in the nooks and crannies. But I decided, I wanted to pour more into Avini. I wanted to spend more time. I wanted to be more organized. And this really, thank you girls for bringing this to us, because it really focused me. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have all these people out here that I haven't brought to the table yet. Let's go for this. And I'm having a great time. I've got a list of about 30 people already. And I decided to do my Avini ABC 21 challenge with Marcy. I asked her to be my A, so that also that would give me a crash course again. And what we, just organizing, having it, being a good A for anyone who wants to join me in doing their own 21 challenge. So I'm excited. It's really brought it together for me. I'm ready to go. It creates such volume. It creates such excitement. The fire started again in my team and in me. And so, Toni,
Robben,
Marcy, sorry.
Past Robben, I'm coming back, Toni, I promise. Robben, two of your team members participated in the very first original test for the Avini challenge, right?
Yes.
And that was the month you went diamond.
Yes.
Did it have any impact on your success in your diamond conquest?
Oh, absolutely. It was a big charge in the whole team. And I think what is amazing to me is the synergy just starts, it's like a fire. You start a fire and the sparks fly, and then everybody catches on fire. And that's what happened. Was, even though it was just two of our team that were mentoring with you, we were also duplicating that and mentoring with other people. And then other people just got excited, and they just started doing it and started doing the ABC connection calls. And yeah, it was absolutely a huge part of us reaching that level. The whole team was just excited, and they are again. It's really going to be exciting. I can't wait, because we have so many people that need to get to those levels and have that honor, because they're just out there doing the work. And this is going to help bring them to the level that they want to be, that they deserve. And to touch so many other people's lives we haven't got to touch yet. Sorry, you got me all fired up.
It's true. You think of the people that you haven't contacted yet, right? And that's the amazing thing. Okay, Toni.
Oh, hi everyone. Good morning. And the people that we haven't touched are all in here. How many people have gone uncalled that are in our contact lists that we keep meaning to say, oh, I should call them, but we haven't yet? This is perfect, because honestly, if they don't know, they're perfect to reach out to, right? Right.
Right.
So don't think we don't have people to reach. I think this is such perfect timing. And like Dave said, the irony of the timing, because folks, when I got started, I pretty much got started in January, and I did not know Marcy Littlejohn. I did not know, sorry, I knew her video, but I didn't get to meet
Oh,
her
yeah.
until probably in February. I didn't get to meet Robben probably until March, right? And the reason was they were busy. They were busy. I was working with Dave and Doug and team members in January. Robben and Marcy were laying out this game plan and getting it started. And the synchronicity is that ironic, because all of us have some connections to the past, and I think that's a beautiful circle back, is I've got to hats off to Kathy Rossman, who loved doing the former ABC program 21, and she brought it up and she said, we've got to do this. So mentioning that to Dave and Marcy, I'm glad that was solidified this week, because as because as Robben said, it's creating fire in our teams and in individuals who would like to take their businesses to the next level. And I'm really, really proud of everybody across the company to, get the courage, because, there's some, I understand there's some, I don't like that 4-letter F word, but, it rhymes with ear and, but you know what, like I said to someone, we're not doing brain surgery and we're not going to war. So when you look at it in comparison, it's actually really simple to just get on the phone with friends, and really looking forward to doing that and helping each other. I would like
No, go ahead.
I would like to also give a big thank you to Thane and Darren for their Amigo call, which also prompted the idea of circle back, like Robben was saying, taking care of our already in the company, in our family members, distributors, associates, brothers and sisters, to take care of them and make sure that they understand what we are doing once they are a part of the family. So as a part of the 21 process, Marcy and I were speaking about this last night, and that is, if we're going and going and going and we are successful like we know we're going to be, and we're bringing in new members, we want to have a place for them to actually be trained on their back office. We don't want to bring them in, get the required volume, and then they kind of fall off on the wayside. What we'd like to do, if I can mention this now, Marcy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that okay? So Wednesday night seems to be a beautiful night to come together for business. So 1 hour prior to Marcy's Zoom team training call, business call, I will be hosting a back office. How to do it? What is our back office?
The ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s of Avini Health.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, it didn't have a name yet, so Marcy's great about giving it a title.
That just now happened.
So we'll have that. So
getting started is
yes,
what it's going to be about.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you for the time. Really excited.
Oh no, I'm real excited. The other thing is, Toni, how excited did you get when you found out about the notebook? How we keep track of our activities.
Oh my goodness.
Very important to our.
Wait a minute. Okay. So I'm actually taking notes. I know this is blurred, but I'm taking notes on this call. Thank you. And I want you to see my Avini notebook that had its first actual sign up here yesterday. And I'm going to change this into applications. So thank you, Chip.
Each application, she's decided she wants to have, well, actually, Rosemary talked about this on my training call on Wednesday night. And this is something we've done for a long, long time, is to keep track. 3x5 cards aren't big enough for some of us sloppy writers. So, but the information on them is like having a bank account. If you create an information sheet for your prospects even, right? Why can't you use an application for your prospects? Start with their name, ask them questions. As you're asking them questions, what's the notebook paper for? I always have used the application. I write right on it what they mention their brother. I say, what's your brother's name? And I write down Dave, right? And his name was probably Fred, but I wrote Dave. No, the truth is, it's about gathering the information. Now, what's valuable about what Toni got excited about is when we do an ABC call, I require B to take notes. Every contact, there should be a gathering of information from the ABC. The person who gathers the information that's being discussed is B. That's why you have your phone on mute, so you can write like crazy and nobody can hear the writing, right? But it's very, very important. It's how you know who's next. It's how you ask for who's next. It's how you proceed from step 1, ABC, to step 1, 2, 3, right? You're going right into your success file. So that's really important. And we are going to talk about that a lot. We're going to actually train next Wednesday on my call. It will be, we will train how to develop that notebook, but you're going to start putting people in it right away. The applications that we use are, you can use any one you want. Mine is in the back office. This is an application. Can't tell if you can see it, but don't look too close at the information because it is somebody's application, right? That's from yesterday. Anyway, so as we're doing this, we're putting the roadmap to success in front of you. This is what I do when I mentor people. You're going to get the whole mentoring program. You're going to get how you can become a mentor for other people. The ABC 21 is the program that will let you be the leader you've always wanted to be. If you're a B first, you'll be an A soon. And when you're an A for somebody else, it's the most exciting thing. You will have confidence that you didn't have before. Dave, I don't know how long this call is supposed to be, but we haven't even got to the rules yet. So, but I have one really, really exciting thought that I just got. And when there's a news bulletin, it usually flashes up here, looks like a light bulb, goes. So here it is. How about if you have a sample program? We all love sample programs, right? This is a sample business program. Ready? Do an ABC presentation. Ask for an ABC presentation with the person you want to hook up with, that you want to have do the 21 Club. If you don't know what an ABC presentation is, do a sample. Create the opportunity to sample in your group. Dave brought something up that is very, very important. My most successful distributors in doing this program in the past have been brand new people. Why is that? Because I get to teach them how to do it from the beginning, not from multiple failed attempts, right? I love that. So, and Dave's right. I rode that horse to the finish line over and over and over again. Why? Because it works. Because it works, and you have somebody who can go out in the world and they're absolutely armor plated. I would tell people, this is how you get your armor. This is where you become the tool in God's toolbox. Hard to beat.
Well, I love it. I think about all the businesses that there are in the world, and every one of them used to be a small business.
Yeah.
And a big business is just a small business that did the right things. And so much of it is every business is people. You know, if there were no people, there would be no business, just to state the obvious. And here's a way to just concentrate a lot into something that's real fun. And
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And here we have a product that's proven in the marketplace almost 20 years now. And oh my goodness. And then the novelty of being brand new with it. Just with all the frustrations and complications and problems all eliminated, and the novelty of being brand new all over again with this, with the experience we've got with our contacts. I don't know about you, but I just kind of look at, I've got about 2,500 names in my phone, and there's lots of others. And of course, that idea of degrees, it used to be called 6 degrees. Sociologists have studied that for years. And now they estimate it's probably about 4.7 degrees because of cell phones and social media and just the connections we have. And so if you learn how to do referrals, and you got something great, and every business loves referrals, but the thing I really like is this common idea that's always just stuck inside me, that what makes this kind of a business work, relationship marketing, is everybody. We can't help ourselves. We want to belong to something. Everyone would like to belong to a club. And so the whole idea about this is creating a club that people want to belong to. And who wouldn't want to belong to the 21 club? And
Right.
It's clear, defined. It's worked before. I would say you're one of the queens of that. I don't know if you could even imagine how many you've done over the years, but it's a whole bunch. But one of the things originally, okay, you had this stuff, you had to go do the complicated demo. And so it was restricted pretty much to driving distance. And it took quite a bit of time. Now it's just pick up the phone. It's scheduling a Zoom. And of course, it's a lot of fun to meet together, maybe at a restaurant or over to somebody's home, or have a small gathering. All of those work. It's all just having the same A and B, doing it 21 times. It used to be originally you had to have all that done within 7 days. And just to make sure you could maybe mentally think, I'm going to do the 31 club, because it's 21 or more club, essentially. What if something falls through, because you want to get all those 21 people, and it had to be done within a week, but I understand you're going to give us 14 days. And so
Yeah,
there's
in the
no
new
reason
program.
not to do that. But you don't have to take all 14 days to do that. You can do it or less, so we could think 21 or more in 14 days or less. And we could be thinking 5,000, well, or more. I think we could still qualify if we did 10,000 instead of only 5. But anyway, let's belong to this new club. Let's go for it. And another thing I've found is people love to help other people. And I've taken advantage of that when I reach out to people and I say, hey, I need your help. Would you do me a personal favor? Of course, what is it? And I ask them to listen to the little Rick Deitch presentation. But the same thing, hey, I need your help. Would you do me a personal favor? My new company, they've got this thing, and it's an ABC. And would you be one of my ABCs? And what it is, it'll take about 10, 15 minutes, unless you have a lot of questions, but probably 10 minutes. Could I have my friend come, and we could set a time and just do a presentation on a Zoom? Would you do that for me? It'd mean a lot. And I think you'll find it interesting anyway. And most friends will do that. So that's my thoughts. Wow, we're just entering the second year of our exciting adventure, and I feel like this is just we've the winds are favorable, the sails are open, and boy, get on this trip and go big with us. Decide that you're going to be a big business. Don't stay small. Think big. So, anybody else got some final thoughts?
Yes, we will have the paperwork available. I hope today. I got it laid out. Everything is typed. It just has to be put together so that it's not. Let's say I'm not perfect. I have capital letters on part of it. I have small letters on other parts. That has to be cleaned up. That's a personal plea to Rich Cotter. Anyway, but I want you to know it exists. The most important thing you can hear from us today is this is happening. We already have commitments. Think about your team And you don't have to do all of them. Who on your team can be the A for somebody else? Promote the activity. What we would do when we had to travel to participate, we would do all of the contacts in the first 3 days. We would do all of the 21 contacts, the go physically be there activity in 21 days. We cannot count group presentations. I'm sorry. You can't establish the relationship in a group presentation. Can your person have attended a group presentation? The answer is yes. Can you count them on your 21 club without an ABC presentation? One-on-one, belly to belly, it's got to be personal. You will have a success rate that is unbelievable if you keep it that way. So that is one of the rules. I have the list of rules is simple, but we want to be sure that you understand it's all about making your business better. Of the 4 that were successful in January, we actually had 6, I think. 4 of them each did over 5,000. One was 5,112, one was 5,750, one was 7,500, one was 8,950. I don't know. I think that affected all our businesses. So I want you to know success is yours. Capture the moment. Create a sample. If you don't know if you can do it, do a sample performance. Why not? Anyway, Dave, we're excited. Thank you for having us on. We're very excited about getting it rolling for everyone.
I love it. FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't wish you would have. Get in and be part of it.
Yeah.
All right. And also, I guess to state the obvious, ABC, the C's are new people, not somebody you've already signed up or
Client, customer, or friend. It has to be somebody that is not already in the system. They can't be a customer. They can't be a distributor, right? But these are new people. This is new business. We want your newly minted success to start today.
And if you're brand new and you're trying to keep it all in your head, this is the time where lots of stuff is going to start happening. So you want to follow up. You want to have it written out so that you can track your growing team that will number into a lot. And we want people to think, oh my goodness, if I'm going to be a diamond in this, I've got to get 8 customers. You got to be thinking, wow, I've got 30 customers. I could use some more. So I always think or more, not just the minimum. So Toni,
and we're going to be asking for referrals. Every
Yeah.
time you talk to somebody, we're going to be asking for referrals. You're asking them for 3 people. You're asking every one of the 21 people you talk to for 3 people that
Yeah.
need what you have.
Absolutely. Toni, Robben, any last remarks?
I feel like this is such a great opportunity for new people who don't know what to do. You know, they get involved, they're excited, but then they go, oh my goodness, my family member didn't like this. And then they kind of get, it's like, don't worry about that. Let's go find the people that are ready now. And your family will see your success and they'll see what's happening with you, you know, and then family will come along. But remember, we're looking for those who are looking for what we have. And the only way for them to know what we have is for them to show them, for us to show them. So don't be afraid, like Toni said, and, you know, Marcy and Dave, we're all in agreement. Don't let fear stand in your way. Have fun with this. And you know what, if you're brand new, or if this is the first time you've done it and you created 3,000 volume, oh my goodness, isn't that awesome? Start another one. You know, I'm going for success, and I do believe I'll do over 5,000, you know, in volume. I'm going for over the 5,000, but you know what it's going to create is it's going to create incredible fire, heat, it just excitement in the whole group, and it is going to explode my business. But I'm also, as we all are, so tied in to changing people's lives and saving people's lives with the products. And this is what motivates us. But it's just a fun way to just put it all together. the business opportunity, the products, changing people's lives. So thank you guys for the opportunity. Toni and Marcy, all the work you guys put into it. Marcy, you're an awesome leader. We so appreciate you. Dave, you're incredible. You know, you've been a mentor of mine for so many years too, along with Marcy and Chip. And so we love you and thank you for letting me be involved in this today.
And I can't add any more than that. That was beautiful. Beautiful conclusion, Robben. And thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Dave, for today.
All right, well, let's go do this. Love to all of you, and oh, the future looks bright. Thanks, everyone.